Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Colorado Buffaloes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buffaloes will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun. Give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. These guys got knocked around in Big 12 play last year, and that has been a motivating force during the offseason.
Yeah, and you hope it's a motivating force. You hope they were talking about it. You hope it matters to your team that last year was a very big disappointment with expectations for this squad to end up like they did. A lot of time to stew on it. The whole offseason, Palmer, you better be irritated, and they better come out with some momentum to start Big 12 play.
I think what was so frustrating about this team last year was that on paper, they looked like a team that could compete for the Big 12 championship, but it just didn't show up each and every week. This year, again, these guys look good from a height standpoint, a weight standpoint, a speed standpoint, but they've got to make plays, and it's got to start here today.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Houston will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The give on the inside. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays.
Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To throw, it's Salter. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Going right to work up top. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to pass. It's Salter. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Easy. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. They'll run the screen. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. The Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to keep this drive alive. Got the 1st down and more. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Still looking on the move. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Buffaloes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Running to Green. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter.
Colorado 7, Houston 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Salter. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Six plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Welsh. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. Think about the Big 12 conference. It just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. The challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Here comes the heat. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Going to try to get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play, you're trying to get it through the air, nothing open downfield, and he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
Fires to the wideout. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bucs! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 10 over Western Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Houston will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to throw. It's Salter. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Out of the gun, the running back has it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Welch. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling big plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
With the run on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Touchdown, Colorado! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. On the move, it's Connors. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. This one's complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Salter. He fires to the left side. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've taken 3 haymakers right across the jaw, down 21-0. But, David, now the chance to answer.
Man, this defense has been suffocating. And this is so hard. When you don't have the answers early, man, and the defense hits you in the mouth, you got to find some plays quickly here to try to make this a football game.
This is an offense that has a lot of pride. They're not used to being in this position. I think it's going to take one effort, one individual great play to finally wake this team up and get them back some momentum.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Grab behind the line. It's York. That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Takes the handoff. It's Welsh. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards and get the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
Get set, get set.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the option. Creates a little space. There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The give on the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll try it over the left side. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Rolls it in. Touchdown, Cougars. A great catch and run for 6. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires left. Finds his man. It's Williams. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Salter. quickly out to the tight end. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Snags it inside the 20.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Buffaloes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll try to pass their way in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the run, it's Connors. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Wegman. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got a man. It's Johnson. At midfield, he's got room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Connor. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It was like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. Caught over the middle. It's York. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense. Because the
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue.